Hey, Al, it's Josh, yeah.
What's going on, man?
I got something that's a little tricky. So we just got some new Marvel leaks, and I really want to run with it, man. We haven't had leaks in a while, but...
Well, what's the catch?
Well, they're coming from 4chan.
4chan?
Yeah, 4chan.
I don't give a fuck. You better run that shit, son. We need them views.
All right, I guess we're going to go with it.
It's like the news, but for nerds.
Today's shout-out goes to Robert Angus. Indeed, Amazing Spider-Man 300 is the first appearance of Venom. Make sure you stay at the end of this video where we will ask another nerd card question. What's up, everybody? It's Josh. Happy Monday to you, and holy crap, are we having a busy Monday here at the Den of Nerds. We got this crazy Marvel leak to talk about. There was insane Star Wars news that dropped very late last night. I already got a video in the can for that coming out later today. And later tonight at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, we are doing our Patreon exclusive live stream. We're talking about a bunch of cool behind-the-scenes stuff, including about the Grey Order. So if you're interested in that, there's still time. Go check out the Patreon. Come hang out with us tonight. Okay, enough of all that. Let's get into this, man. This was crazy, and yes, as we said in the intro, this is indeed coming from 4chan, this new MCU Phase 4 leak, so take it with a grain of salt the size of Fat Thor.
Give me a cuddly little rascal.
Yeah, no, I'm good. And you may have even seen some other videos or articles about this leak. I'm actually not gonna go into every single detail here, and you'll sort of see why, but I'm gonna kind of cherry pick the things that I think are interesting and sort of talk about what I think's going on. So number one, the craziest thing to me is that they said in this leak that they are fast tracking the X-Men and that it's a huge priority for Marvel Studios. They want the X-Men to be done and out there before 2023. Now this actually makes a lot of sense. In fact, I've even speculated about this in the past, particularly now that the Spider-Man deal looks to be done, at least for the time being. Marvel's gonna really want to get Fantastic Four and X-Men out there as fast as possible because, I mean, this is primetime Marvel stuff. This is something to celebrate, something the fans will get very excited about, and it also kind of flies in the face of what Sony's doing, right? So like what's happening with Marvel right now is they're getting stuff that Fox had, bringing it home, and now Feige gets to show how he can handle this and why he's the best and why the MCU is great. And meanwhile, Sony will be saying, hey, we don't need Marvel Studios. We're gonna go over here and do our own thing. So it's gonna be really interesting to see how those things line up. But yeah, it just makes sense. Sounds like a Feige move to me. I think it's true. I think they are going to streamline the X-Men and Fantastic Four. Another interesting tidbit here is we recently heard that Disney is removing all ties to the X-Men franchise from the New Mutants movie. So there's still going to be mutants in New Mutants, but there was like a little bit of tie-in stuff with the Fox X-Men universe. All that's gone. That is not going to be a part of it. And perhaps this also plays into the fact that Feige's like, no, end all that. We're doing our X-Men very soon. I don't want any ties to the old stuff. Now, next up, and pretty crazy from the leaks, is this information about Fantastic Four coming out in 2022. Now, not a lot of people talked about this with this leak because there's a lot of other cool stuff in here, but damn, that's crazy. Like, bringing the Fantastic Four by 2022 would be a huge move. We know Black Panther 2 is going on around that time. It would be really interesting if there was some crossover there between Fantastic Four and Black Panther 2. It makes sense if you know those characters from the comics, so I'm looking forward to that. I mean, frankly, that would be a ridiculous turnaround from getting the rights back from Fox and making these new franchises. I will be literally just amazed if Marvel actually pulls this off. And if they do, we'll have to go back and be like, dang, that 4chan leak was right. Now, next up in the line of cool things from the leak for me is the fact that Blade and Captain Marvel 2 are, according to this leak, confirmed for 2023. Now, what's really interesting about that is a lot of the stuff we've been hearing for even 2022, which would be Fantastic Four and Black Panther 2, is called Phase 4. So guys, it seems like I might have been right when I said there was a secret third year to Phase 4, but there could even be a fourth year to Phase 4. Could Blade and Captain Marvel 2 be included in Phase 4, or are they technically going to be in Phase 5? Who knows exactly, but that's a great lineup for a couple of films to be coming out in 2023. I also find it very wild that there's no mention of an Avengers movie, like all the way into 2023 without an Avengers movie. I don't know about that. I actually don't know if that's even real. I think they could sneak in, you know, Dark Avengers or something like that. Now, there's also in this leak a lot of crazy specific stuff for the films that are coming out, but I'll be completely honest with you guys, a lot of this is just retreaded information. We've already known this, like stuff about Black Widow's father and what's going on in that movie, some of the stuff that's happening in Eternals, the fact that Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness is gonna have Nightmare, the fact that Black Panther 2 might have Namor, the fact that Love and Thunder takes place mostly in space. Like, that's not new information. So, I mean, it's cool, but it's not new. However, what is new to this leak is the information about Shang-Chi. Check this craziness out. So according to this leak, Shang-Chi will actually take place after Infinity War, but before Endgame. It's gonna take place during, or rather before the blip in that 5-year period when the Earth was in total chaos. That seems amazing. The leak also says that there will likely be very little ties to the rest of the MCU despite the 10 rings. I don't know how I feel about that exactly. I think there's a possibility that maybe Ronan shows up. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on at Earth during those 5 years. I want to see more of that, and I want to see how Shang-Chi and the Mandarin tie into that. And if you watch that video that Ryan H and I did a while back about how Shang-Chi could lead to the Dark Avengers, that theory is totally still on, and actually might even make more sense if the film takes place between Infinity War and Endgame. I mean, frankly, that's just super freaking cool stuff, man. And the last really relevant and new thing from the leak is a list of names of actors and actresses that have met with Kevin Feige that potentially could be in the MCU. And this list includes Ewan McGregor, Millie Bobby Brown, Keanu Reeves, Hemish Patel, Colin Farrell, Jessica Chastain, and Henry Cavill. Now, I love all of those freaking people. That would be amazing. And I don't know if this is really groundbreaking news because it doesn't even mean for sure that they will be in the MCU, but I believe this report. I do believe that these guys or these gals and guys are actually meeting with Kevin Feige and potentially could be in the MCU. Oh, and according to this leak, David Tennant is the lead choice for Nightmare, which I freaking love, but there's also no mention of him actually meeting with Feige, so we'll see what happens there. So again, guys, you gotta take this with a huge grain of salt. It's 4chan, for God's sakes, but it's like a desert out there when it comes to Marvel leaks, so this is the first juicy thing we've had in a while. I'm feeling it. I hope you're feeling it too. Let me know in the comment section any and everything that you're thinking of this. At the very least, these leaks are at least a springboard from which we can have amazing speculative conversations. So let's do some of that in the comment section below. I want to remind everybody, tonight, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, we're going live exclusively with the Patreons. We'll be talking about a lot of behind the scenes stuff. These are really fun live streams. If you're on the fence about the Patreon, now's a good time to sign up. Sign up today and check out this exclusive live stream later tonight. All right, now let's check the nerd card before we get out of here. The character of Star Fox, or Eros, is a brother to a famous MCU villain. Who is Star Fox's brother? Answer that question in the comment section below. As I always say, I hope you're having an awesome and a nerdy day, and I'll see you in the next video.